Hey guys, how you doing today? This is Coach D. Durrell Spears here once again. Hope everybody is having an excellent day today. So I want to kind of go into a review, kind of some level of revisement. I'm not going to say revisement, just kind of a reflecting on content that I created, that I talked about creating standards for oneself. Early on, about 7-8 months ago, when I first created this channel, I talked a lot about having reasonable standards, having achievable goals, creating standards, creating, to me, a set amount of standards and skills and things that you're wanting from another person. Creating standards for yourself. Having a threshold of what you're willing to deal with and what you don't want to deal with. And so in this particular video today, I'm going to kind of highlight and I will show things that I talked about in the past. I'm going to use a couple of videos to kind of give you a little bit of what I've talked about as it involves you having standards, whether they're reasonable or unreasonable. The most important building blocks to a marriage is the formation of that relationship before you get married. Meaning, you're picking someone in which at least 75 to 80% or more or higher of your value system, your decision, the life that you want to live, the things you want to accomplish, and you're getting support in a reciprocal manner. You're on the same mind. You have the same mindset. You have the same, very similar thought process, similar value system, similar ways of doing things. The compatibility has to be strong and will need to be strong in the duration of that relationship. Those who are leaving comments in the comment section, who are sharing the videos, and we're having grown-up conversation about relationships, dating, marriage, relationships, everything that encompasses those areas, everything that people experience, questions, things that prevent one from obtaining what they want to obtain in those situations, how to get there, what that process would look like, and how to better oneself when you're in the dating environment. Today, this is a topic that I definitely was looking forward to discussing. This is a topic that I definitely wanted to discuss. But the fact that if somebody flake out on me 2 times in a row, I'm moving on. Some people have non-negotiables in the fact of something happened where a person don't pay for the date, or they can't afford to pay for the date, something happens. Someone's being rude, not calling someone after 1 or 2 days. Everybody has their set of pet peeves as far as what they're willing to put up with or not. Rudeness, just the way they carry themselves, baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, someone being unappreciative in a dating situation, in a relationship. What are the things that you're not willing to negotiate or compromise? When you are making a decision to be with someone, it is important that you communicate those non-negotiables. Discuss, and it's related to how young women or how girls or how kids are raised to function in relationships. In her comments, she talked about that she didn't necessarily learn enough. She felt she should have learned more about relationships, and all she was told was make sure he can take care of you, and if he can take care of you, you'll figure out the rest. More things that are required are there more, I would say, expectations that are required if you are to be successful in any relationship. Now, when you look at other generations, the biggest requirement was to actually be taken care of, and many fathers did not give their daughters away unless the man had a ability to take care of their daughter. Now, the expectation of that has changed because now women are they have more expectations to take care of themselves, and not necessarily that they don't want a man to take care of them. It's just the fact that taking care of a woman financially is not always an expectation or a full expectation of a man. Although there are a lot of women who do expect men to do that and who basically require that. However, there's also a healthy percentage that don't. They just find if you're able to sustain yourself and contribute to the household, that's enough. So when other generations have told young women, as STL stated, they came from a position of looking at financial worth first and everything else second. And you got to understand, when other generations thought of a worthy man to be married, it's because there are a lot of men who could not afford to take care of women. And so if you were able to afford to do that and she doesn't work and you can do it effectively, that was a big plus, because a lot of black men could not afford to do that. And even today, there's a smaller percentage of black men who can do that as opposed to other groups of people. So I am in the mindset that it was not wrong for them to tell you that. It's just that it was the fact that in telling someone that, or telling children that, you're basically ignoring or not necessarily prepping them and developing other characteristics that they need to look for out of men. And if you solely look at the fact that they can do that and you figure out the rest, you're going to find yourself marrying men who are poor communicators, who don't necessarily care for your best interests outside of taking care of the home, who are going to be very misogynistic, who may not even love you, who may don't believe in fidelity, who may gamble, who may be abusive, not sexually taking care of you in the ways that you need, who are not empathetic. There are a lot of other behavioral dynamics that are necessary for men to function and be successful in having relationships and being good fathers and being good husbands. So yes, the financial aspect is highly important, but what you're going to find yourself is that in only looking at that one aspect as far as from a financial standpoint, you will be ill-equipped to find men who have other characteristics that are appropriate to marriage. You're going to find men who will show themselves one way, and once you date them long-term or marriage, they're going to appear another way. You all have saw the videos. I would like you to kind of give me your point of view of what you think about some of the videos that I gave, little small snippets of what I stated about people creating standards for who they want to date, who they want to marry. I am a person that is supportive of anyone and encourage anyone to create reasonable, realistic standards. I know in social media right now with the viral video of Ebony Williams and Iyanla Vanzant, people have taken it and ran with it. There's nothing wrong with having standards. It's about having reasonable, realistic standards. And if you feel that someone is not holding up to their end of the bargain, well, you should be looking for someone else. Or if you never at any point in your life feel like it's useless to even try to be with someone because no one is living up to your standards, then you can't blame other people for not living up to your standards. because no one is living their life to uphold the values of another person. They have their own. And so they're comfortable with what they are comfortable with, not living their life to fulfill what you think is necessary. There's a difference. So I want to thank you all for participating in watching the video. Please leave comments in the comment section. This is Coach D. Darrell Spears. Have a great day.